I've decided to present our projects as a means to inspire you and to show you an example of a Swedish comprehensive approach to the dementia challenge. What I would like to describe today is what Swedish know-how and knowledge we make available around the world, what tools Swedish Care International has developed to make that knowledge available, and also how we want to affect the environment, both the physical and the social or even virtual environment of people with dementia and the elderly. So first, a little introduction to what my company does. We develop and export Swedish elderly and dementia care. Our training offer is based on the model developed by Stiftelsen Sylvia Hemmet, the Foundation Sylvia Hemmet, and I'll tell you more about that in a minute. And our goal is to raise awareness and to raise the quality of care for people with dementia and the elderly all around the world. Until now, with the help of our 8 international partners, we have trained more than 100,000 people within dementia care worldwide. We enable our partners to transfer the knowledge in scalable and flexible ways so that we can make people access that easily. And this is why we also concentrate and focus on the digital tools. Well, without digital tools like apps and websites, well, nowadays you cannot go out to people, so this is kind of obvious, but we want to take it further, and I'd like to present that to you. The Foundation Sylvia Hemmet that was mentioned was established by Her Majesty Queen Sylvia of Sweden on, actually it was St. Valentine's Day 20 years ago, and there was a huge celebration of the advancements during those 20 years. The main activities of the foundations are training and making the proper knowledge about dementia care available. They concentrate on training and preparing professionals and everybody engaged in dementia care in Sweden, whereas Swedish Care International, my company, makes that knowledge, training and tools available in other countries. Sylvia Hemmet also has a daycare center, which is a model daycare center where people can also see the roots of the palliative care philosophy. Our education partners, besides Stiftelsen Sylvia Hemmet, include also Sophia Hemmet, which is a university, it's a nursing college, Karolinska Institutet, which I'm sure all of you know, they give the Nobel Prize in medicine, and also the Swedish Dementia Center. They are responsible for implementing the national guidelines to dementia care in Sweden. Our international partners to this day include Japan, which has a huge training institute devoted to promoting Swedish elderly and dementia care, Germany, China, United Kingdom, South Korea, the Netherlands, Finland, and from last year also Poland. We are looking forward to partnering up with other countries. Our model is that we provide them with knowledge and skills and tools so that they can act in their respective countries, knowing their background and their needs. So this is why, while our base is in Stockholm, we're present all around the world. The Swedish example. The question is, why do people want Swedish dementia care? We actually do not have a national dementia plan, which is a mystery why we don't have that. However, there are guidelines, very specific and precise guidelines, how people with dementia should be cared for, how their issues should be approached. And the Swedish Dementia Center is the center responsible for implementing these guidelines, for making them available. And an example of how they do that is the Demens ABC, an e-learning program for every health professional or everybody who knows, who wants to know about dementia care. And the following programs, they have developed the Demens ABC Plus. This is a series of different e-learning courses for different specialities within dementia. Until this day, the courses were completed by over 80,000 participants within Sweden. They're free and available to anyone who has an internet connection. And we also, as Swedish Care International, we're working on making them available in other countries. Another part of the Swedish example is the training made available by Sylvia Hemmet again, from nursing assistants to physicians, and beyond that, they want to prepare professionals with academic courses and academic programs to perform the best quality care available. So until now, they have had trainings for nursing assistants, nurses, doctors. These are academic programs carried out together with Sofia Hemmet University College and the Karolinska Institutet. And from this year, they're starting an education for therapists, and I'm personally looking forward to starting an education for psychotherapists and psychologists. That's my big dream. As I said, we make those trainings available worldwide. What we do is to mostly, we train trainers who make this knowledge available and prepare people to carry out further trainings. They receive our support, they receive our material, they receive extensive preparation to carry out trainings on their own in their respective countries. It is also possible to certify a unit, let's say a hospital ward or a nursing home, any other unit that takes care of people with dementia within the Sylvia Hemmet care philosophy. In this way, we're preparing people from, well, obviously nursing assistants, caregivers, nurses, but also the management and assistive personnel, like the kitchen personnel, to be aware of what the needs of people with dementia are and how to help them. So the whole unit, which is certified, receives knowledge, develops their skills to be able to carry out person-centered palliative care philosophy in their everyday work. We also have e-learning courses that are available online through our website, dementiaforum.org, which I will tell you more about in a minute. And we're working on making the academic courses available in other countries. I said we have to pass on the knowledge and skills. Obviously, we have to prepare the professionals, care assistants, but the problem that we identified in Swedish Care International, that the status of nurses who are in Sweden, but I think not only in Sweden, one of the closest personnel to people with dementia, the status is fairly low. So what we invented was an award. It was actually a birthday present for Queen Sylvia for her 70th birthday. And we established a scholarship and an internship for a student that has the best idea concerning elderly and dementia care. So it is a sort of a contest, and we make this loud in respective countries. And for now, it's available in Sweden and Finland, but Poland and Germany are coming soon. Now, let's go to the tools. Training and having proper material for training is, of course, obviously one tool. The apps and mobile applications that we make available are another tool. The first tools we developed a couple of years ago are fairly simple informational tools on dementia and also on elderly care in general. There is a huge interest in them. They've been downloaded in over 100 countries. But we're going also beyond that. We want people not only to have information and awareness, like with this dementia support app, which you can download, but we also want them to have a tool for interacting with people with dementia. This is why we invented the memory box, or how we call it, a tool for facilitating interactions with people with cognitive disabilities. The common problem, let's say, of a nephew or member of the family who comes and visits a person with dementia, well, what am I going to talk about? What's going on? I don't understand that. It's not enough to make them aware what dementia is about, but we want to give them tools to do something, to interact with the person, and to stay in the relationship for as long as possible. So here, you can see, for example, some content of the app. There are pictures, photographs of monuments, of people, and this serves as a reminiscence-based activity. Do you remember that? Maybe we visited it. There are also some questions. What did you like to do? What did you like to play when you were little? Something to make the interactions easier. We're also developing another app, which is, maybe it's not a secret anymore, and I can talk a bit later, but we're developing an app to address the needs of early detection and reaching people with dementia early enough to make the current solutions available. So we're actually working on an application that would tell you when you should go and see a doctor. Like, I know that this was also mentioned before, that there's a need for that. Now let's go on to the environment. As far as the physical environment is concerned, I know that there will be experts talking on that in a while. But Swedish Care International is also engaged in a project that wants to make that wants to create a friendly environment for people with dementia. We provide the knowledge, the know-how, the training, and experienced architects provide the final outcome as far as the physical environment is concerned. This project is actually happening now in Japan, and with actors like IKEA. We're offering tailor-made solutions for nursing facilities, for daycare centers, and also for adapting homes to the needs of people with dementia. There are multiple activities, and you've already mentioned a lot of different initiatives that want to influence the situation of dementia and people with dementia nowadays. What we thought was missing is a place to make people meet, to make the researchers meet the actors, like business companies, public institutions, and what we decided is to create space for that. We called it Dementia Forum X, or Dementia Forum Executive. The first meeting happened last year in Stockholm, where we gathered a selected number, 100 actually, different actors from different sectors of activities of the society, engaged in the dementia challenge. Of course, as always, we got a lot of support from Her Majesty Queen Sylvia, but we put people to work. We put people to discuss current topics, what they think are the key issues to discuss and act upon. We made them write down the solutions or the ideas, and we made them read that afterwards. We summarized the discussions, not to lose them somewhere. Well, let's hope it's going to be good. We put them straight away into the form of an e-book where all the ideas and the calls for actions were gathered. And this e-book is actually being a starting point for this year's working meeting, much smaller, which will prepare the next year's meeting, where again we will gather a huge amount of people discussing and working on real-life solutions. As I said, we have a virtual platform for doing that, where we also want to gather people from different backgrounds and different perspectives. And this is the dementiaforum.org platform, which has multiple purposes. Besides having people meet each other on a global level, we want them to interact, we want them to achieve a better understanding of dementia. We also gather some testimonials and make it available to check their own knowledge about dementia and so on. This is an ongoing project, and although it is a global platform, we feel the need of having national sub-pages or places where people would be able to give information about their own organization. So nowadays we're working on making the local perspective also seen globally. I would like to end with a project that's our huge challenge. Global Elderly Care Performance Review. This is an idea actually inspired by the World Economic Forum. We thought if so much money is invested in dementia of various kinds, well, let's see how it works in respective countries. We want to compare how the care is distributed, how, to what extent the care for people with dementia and the elderly is available. And here I would call for some input from you if you're willing to participate. We need the information and we need collaborators in different parts of the world. As for now, we've got Sweden, Germany, Poland, UK, China, Japan, and Indonesia brought, and there's a couple of countries missing here. So this is our great challenge, and another level to those projects we're engaged. To sum my little speech up, I'd like to leave you with some ideas of approaching the dementia challenge and the solutions that can be suggested in a multifaceted, in a multi-perspective way. This is just an example of what is done in Sweden and exported abroad, and I'm sure that we can benefit a lot from an international dialogue. Thank you very much.